You won't even tell your good story. You shut up.
Let's talk about it on the podcast. Hi, welcome to Bedroom Sessions. I'm Caleb.
Hey, it's Lucas.
What's up, guys? It's Tanner.
All right. Welcome to the episode we've been putting off for many, many weeks.
Like a whole six
A whole
since we
six
had the
since
idea
we-
to do
yeah.
this.
Oh, man.
We're not excited about this episode.
Not at all.
Yeah, we're talking about movies that we watched recently. Wonder Woman, pretty good.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Talking about awkward moments that we've had in our lives.
Throwback to 2014. That awkward moment when
Wow.
you make a fool out of yourself on a podcast and
That's going to be in a couple of years, man.
Hey, man. Welcome to the club.
my fear is that aliens are going to come to the planet Earth and they're going to be searching through technology and they're going to find our podcast and listen to this one episode and they're going to think we're all humans. That's stupid. Answer, yes.
And then they killed the human race.
Because of us.
Thousands and thousands
That'd
of
be
years
bad.
from now. That'd be amazing.
That'd be cool. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know how I want to start this because who wants to go first? Because I don't.
It's not really a fun thing to start. We had this.
We're doing this for you guys.
Yeah, we had this idea early on because we thought, what's a more endearing way to get listeners to like you is to show them at your most vulnerable and your dumbest. So
Yeah.
I'll start with one of my cringiest moments of my recent life. So,
you have multiple or?
of my well, I'm saying my recent life is in the
I got
past
you.
few
Okay.
years, not like
Alright.
when I was in ancient Egypt.
Talking about aliens and multiple lives, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
it
ready
was
for that?
weird. I'm not okay.
Okay.
So at work, it's kind of like The Office on TV, where they dress up for Halloween. We dressed up for Halloween.
Okay.
The ladies I worked with had an idea that they would be Dominoes, and
Like
I
the-
would be a slice of pizza.
Like the pizza place. Okay.
Like
That's
yeah,
fine.
they were like the Dominoes, as in like double
Actual
sixes
Dominoes?
and yeah,
Okay.
and I was a slice of pizza. And
If
the
you don't
joke
know
was,
what a domino is,
it's basically Comic-Con, but it's a game. And so they had a pizza costume, and so I wore it, and it was all going well. We won. We actually won Best Group Costume, so
good.
shout out 2016 Best Group Costume winners. But it came lunchtime, and I was like, man, I could really go for some Chick-fil-A.
Oh no.
And so I went to Chick-fil-A, and I did not take my costume off. It was kind of an ordeal to get out of it. I mean, not an ordeal.
Out of
Just
the
I didn't
pizza.
want to do it.
I got you.
So I go and I go in because why not? The line was long, and so I go in
In your pizza costume.
in my pizza costume, and the lady who was taking my order goes, "Oh, you're a pizza," and you know what most normal people would say, of course, is what I did. I was like, "Thanks," but I didn't say thanks. What I said was, "Yeah, I am, and I'm killing it." And then I did some sort of little like hand motion, like where you roll your shoulders with your hands.
Did you do the wave with your arms?
I did the wave with my arms. I said, "And I'm killing it." And she looked directly into my soul. She didn't laugh. She didn't smile. She looked directly at me and then just said, "What can I get for you today?"
That's the worst. Whenever
Hey.
you make a joke, and then they don't react to it in any way.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I know,
Caleb.
right?
It's like
We do it to Lucas a lot.
I put myself out there, lady. I'm a pizza, and I made a joke.
I'm killing it.
I'm killing it. And you just looked at me like I was nothing. And it broke my heart. And luckily, she doesn't work there anymore. Because I go to that Chick-fil-A often enough.
Okay.
I know that she doesn't work there anymore. but it's still. I didn't go there for a couple of weeks. I was like, I probably shouldn't. Out of just sheer embarrassment, I went to the one on the other side of town. That's not a joke.
You drove all the way over there?
Yeah.
Oh
The one that I normally go to where I said I'm killing it as a piece of pizza is 2 minutes away from where I work. The other one is 15 minutes. So I take basically 30 minutes of my 45-minute lunch going out of my way in order to not have that girl see me as a pizza again.
I mean, I think that just shows how good Chick-fil-A is.
Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A. It's good, and
I love Chick-fil-A
yeah,
as well.
it's
Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm.
Nose goes.
Chick-fil-A is killing it.
Ooh, yikes.
Why? Yeah. I'll go again.
No, you can't get all yours up.
I like the idea of
no,
getting
no.
all the pressure out
No,
early
no,
so
no,
I can
no,
really
no,
put the
no,
pressure
no.
on you guys later.
We're going to do a ring around the rosy type thing.
Oh,
right?
no.
So I guess I'll go since Lucas said nose goes. Oh, gosh. I don't want to do this. Okay, so I went to camp, and I was in 5th grade. And at camp, you know, they have all those cool lake activities, like the zip line. That's cool, you know.
Yeah.
And they have the blob. Like, everyone knows about the
Oh,
blob.
I think I
everybody
know
knows
where
about
this
the
one's
blob.
going.
everyone knows what the blob is. But I was in 5th grade, and I had never done the blob.
But if you don't know what the blob is,
Oh my
Tanner,
God.
The blob is basically Comic-Con, but an inflatable air thing where people jump on it and launch other people off.
like
So
you-
just like Comic-Con.
Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, the blob, you jump onto it, yeah, then you launch someone off. But I'd never done it before. And I was, I was pretty nervous about it. And,
Extremely. I still haven't done it because it scared
so
me.
I
Really?
knew.
Yeah.
I love the blob.
I don't
Sorry,
know
keep going.
how, but I guess I was so scared I pooped my pants. I don't know.
Gen-
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know when I pooped my pants, but I did, because I got out of the water and there was something in my shorts.
It was, dude. No, you're telling it wrong because I'm starting to remember more of it.
Oh, no.
Yes, you pooped before you went on the blob.
What the heck?
Yeah. I'm remembering so much more. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, you know where I'm going now, don't you? There's this
Tanner
little-
finish the story for me.
There's this little sitting area.
Did he sit down on it?
He sat down and then he stood up and he's like, "Bro, I don't feel good. I think we need to go back to the cabin because I'm there and I'm working rec crew." So he's like, "I need to go back to the cabin." I was like, "Why? Are you okay?" "I don't feel good." I look down. This dude pooped onto someone else's sandals. I totally forgot. I did not forget that portion.
I'm
It
not even
just
embarrassed about that story
it
anymore.
just
now that I
came back
remember
to
it.
me, and I know that person, and I know that they just probably stepped into it, had no idea, and I saw it, and I was like, "Dear Lord, Caleb, yeah, you need to go." So I took the golf cart back, and he got himself cleaned up. But I'm so glad I could barely make it through that, remembering that it went onto someone's shoes.
I totally forgot about that. I'm so glad you remember that because that makes the
yeah.
story 10 million times better.
Yeah. Because it was like you were getting revved up to go on the thing, getting real nervous, and then you
Oh,
came
no.
and sat
Oh,
down
no.
on that little, like, there's this little, like, wooded, like, post where you're supposed to let things dry.
Yeah.
And you were sitting there, and people had set their shoes there. Oh, my gosh.
Hey.
That was, yeah. Camp is
Good memory, man. Nice.
Camp is a great place for
Embarrassing moments.
embarrassing moments. It's just, no matter what you do, you go to camp and you make a fool out of yourself. Whether it's high-fiving people way too much, or
Okay, thanks, man.
pooping yourself, or
Yeah.
trying to be a leader in the youth group. I'm gonna cut you off before you go again, because since we're talking about camp, I'm gonna hit up my second story.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it out.
He's doing it.
So,
He's
He's
gotta
doing
one
it.
up your poop story. It's okay.
yeah, I'm gonna. So me and one of my best friends at the time, we went to youth camp, and I don't know where to start this story or how to start this story, but it's really cringy because you're like, oh man, I need to be a leader and be like a stand-up guy, and oh my gosh, I really don't want to tell this, but I guess I'm going to. So my friend, he was crushing on this girl. And so he was like, that's camp.
Macking on her. Yep.
That's what camp. You go.
Sure, that happens.
Yeah. Sometimes you fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go home with a sloppy Joe.
Ryan, you remember that, right?
Shout out to your boy Ryan.
Sorry.
But so he was macking on her, and then he fell asleep at one's church service.
Okay.
And so I don't know why I thought it was like, hey, let's be a leader, man. You can be cool about this. Be a leader. So I tell him, I'm like, hey, man, why are you even here, bro? Like, all you're doing is like sleeping and macking on this girl. And I'm so ashamed. It's the dumbest thing I've ever told someone. Like, it's so dumb. It's dumber than Christopher Columbo, but it's real dumb.
That was my first youth camp going.
Yeah.
And that was mine and Lucas's first
Was
youth
that?
camp.
Yeah. Oh.
And I remember just walking in and like
that was not a fun cabin.
I just remember walking back into the cabin and like there being like a lot of tension in the air. And Tanner was just staring that dude down. And like everyone had picked their sides. It was like a weird youth group civil war.
It was like West Side Story, but gayer.
Because of what they were fighting over.
That's what it was. It was legitimately one of the dumbest things I've ever thought about. And so, like,
That's a little, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're friends. We're friends now.
Friends. You're friends now.
Yeah. But it was.
It was a little. I know that's one you feel really bad about.
Oh yeah, I still to this day like you know that
Yeah.
when you say something or do something, you'll hold on to it forever because it was really cringy or dumb.
Oof.
And that's one of those moments that like you lay awake. It's 2 a.m. on a Thursday night, and you're like, I gotta get to sleep and go to work tomorwell. But I remember that
And then you
dumb
just
thing
start
I did,
thinking about
and
that?
that's the one that I go back to. I'm like, why would you say that?
I got one of those on here.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, let's go to the man of the hour, Lucas.
Oh, jeez.
King of the cringe.
What? Captain of the cringe, king of the cringe,
Cringe.
comrade of the cringe.
Lucas, why don't you start off with something good for us, man?
Something good. I'll get it out of the way because I really don't want to talk about it, and it's my least favorite story of myself that I've probably like this one like hurts my heart. So basically,
it's another camp story too, kind of.
It's another camp story. It's to just kind of stay in the
camp
mood.
is just terrible place.
Kind of this guy in our youth group was signing up for youth camp. I was really young, just got into youth. I didn't really know like I was anything at all about life. I promise. And so he's signing up for.
Dude, you're trying to defend yourself. You're like, okay,
it's so bad.
I'm not a bad person. Please stop.
I was like in the 7th grade and I didn't know, and you're backing yourself into it. I like it.
Yeah, he was in
That's a good
6th
tactic.
grade. Give him some credit.
Sorry, 6th grade.
It was So this guy's signing up for youth camp. We're up in the sound booth. He's signing up and filling out his information. And he gets to the part. He's like, "Okay, he asked our youth pastor. He's like, what do I do if I don't have insurance on here?" And in my childish brain, I was like, literally everybody has insurance, right? Like that's just something that I thought in my mind.
This is the insurance fairy came and granted
So
everyone
just
health
thought,
insurance.
because I don't know what I thought, but apparently I'm a potato. So
You're a living, breathing potato.
I look over at him, and I don't know if I was trying to make a joke or just like.
Or be a terrible
or just
person.
awful.
One of the two.
I don't remember, but I just said, "Ha, you're poor, bro." I seriously
You're
just
gonna
want
be
to
hurting after this
apologize
one.
to that person. Like now, like I think about that sometimes and just get really, really sad.
Because it's just like, it's a terrible feeling.
Because like insta regret. Like you said it, and I was like, oh, I did not. I meant to be like. I thought I meant to be like it's like playful,
like a
but
playful, funny thing.
yeah, but it did not.
But
He
then-
just gave me a death stare, and my youth pastor was like, dude, just please shut up. It's like don't watch what comes out of your face, and I was just like,
It's just
So that one, I didn't want to talk about that at all.
yeah.
It just hurts.
It's really funny.
It's hilariously bad. I'm not looking forward to listening to this one, but I will listen to that little bit.
I will. Yeah, me too.
Thanks, man.
I guess we'll come back over to me. This one isn't as bad as pooping my pants, but it is pants related.
I think pants are probably outside of parents and school the number 3 thing that is the most embarrassing thing in life.
Is most embarrassing. Pants.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so my friend has a longboard, not a longboard, but it's like
The penny,
yeah, the
little penny board. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I used to be really big into skateboarding back in the day.
Hey, except you skate Mongo Goofy, you weirdo.
Okay, no one knows what that means, so stop.
Somebody might.
Okay, anyway,
Why are you whispering?
I'm not whispering.
Sound like
All right.
I'm sorry. Okay.
can I finish my story?
Yeah, please.
Anyway, so I was like, I want to try it. I haven't ridden a
Excuse me.
I haven't I haven't ridden a skateboard in a while, so I'll try it again. And so
How long ago was this? Like last week?
no, this was I guess a year ago, probably.
Yeah, close to.
Yeah.
It's last year sometime. I think I was there. I know where he's going with this story.
Yeah.
so.
But yeah, I was like, I'll try it again. So I did. And I was riding it around, and I think I got like 2 feet. And then I tried to stop myself, and so I put my foot down on the ground, and then the foot that was still on the skateboard went flying, and so I did the splits and ripped my pants.
Straight down the middle. I got the
Like,
video.
It went from the
SpongeBob
front.
style?
Yeah, SpongeBob style. It went from the front all the way to the back. So like, I had to decide which side of myself I wanted to hide.
Well, you said it went from front to back. It sounds like you couldn't hide yourself at all.
Not really.
It really wasn't any good. And
Where were you? Were you in a place that you couldn't get replacement shorts?
no, I drove home immediately after that.
Yeah.
We were
Just
in
in a parking lot.
Yeah, we were in a parking lot, and so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna waddle over to my car, try not to make this any worse than it already is. And so
He was just like, I'll see you guys later.
I was like, all right, I'm leaving.
I'm bouncing.
That's pants are.
man.
I think they're made to rip. Like people.
I've only ripped my pants one time at camp. How about that?
Wow.
So I've ripped my pants. I can't tell you how many times, but the 2 that stand out to me is in field day in elementary school, which is race and stuff. For some reason, it was cool to have like the long shorts like rappers wear, and so I had long
2000s.
shorts.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
it. Mhm.
And so I was standing up, but I was on my knees, and I like jerked up to stand up, and it just ripped my pants immediately. And this, it was like, so a lot of parents were there, and all the kids were out there, and so it was super embarrassing. But this, the teacher gave me a towel to wrap myself in until my mom could bring me shorts, which was really nice.
That's nice.
The other time I ripped my
Good
shorts
teacher.
was at my birthday. We had gone mini golfing. This was definitely in high school. And so it was like me and a couple of friends, and we went mini golfing, and my shorts were a little bit tight. And so, but I hit a hole in one, and I bent over to pick them up, and bam, they popped like a rubber band. Like it was just impressive, the sound that came off of those. And so I'm like, guys, can we come back and finish this game? We need to go to Target right now and get me some shorts. But I sat in the car, of course, because it was much like yours. It was like seam to seam.
Yeah.
It's like it was like waistline to waistline all the way through.
Yeah, like I had to choose which side to hide, so I chose front side. But
Yeah,
you could
that's
see more
probably
of the
the one.
back side. So,
That's probably the one I'd go with.
Yeah.
since Sarah just told us another embarrassing story that wasn't even on our agenda, thanks for giving to this podcast. You know,
No problem. I just really care about our listeners, and that they have a good experience, and that they hear a lot of cringe.
let's hop on over back over
Okay.
to Lucas.
I want to finally explain the Christopher Columbus joke that goes around.
It's made a couple appearances on this podcast, and I'm sure everyone's like, "What does that mean?"
It's made
I
an
try and
appearance
forget
every time I talk to Lucas.
every moment. I try and forget that every moment of my life. I think this story begins in a parking lot outside of a movie theater. We had just finished watching the movie Assassin's Creed.
So
and,
usually we hang out after movies in
yeah,
the parking lot and
just
talk
talk
about
about
how good, bad, whatever
crack
about
some
the movie,
funny jokes
or
not
or
funny jokes
not.
at all. And how many of I think there was like 5 of us there, 5 or 6 of us there. You know what? I think Caleb remembers this story a lot better than I do. Caleb,
We all remember this story a lot better than you
because
do.
I try and
you're trying
forget
to block it out.
I'm trying to forget like just completely.
All right, so in the movie Assassin's Creed, there, for some reason, like they had to find this artifact, and like in order to put it somewhere that people would like know and recognize, they took a big old leap, and like said it's in Christopher Columbus's grave because everyone knows who Christopher Columbus is, and so they just did that
Right.
because it was a huge leap. And so we were out in the parking lot, and Tanner's making a joke about how they reached way too far for Christopher Columbus to be in it. And then I guess Lucas made some sort of joke, and then he was like, and then it ended up being Christopher Columbus's cousin. And I just did a weird, awkward smile at Lucas, and then looked over at Tanner, and then I immediately started laughing.
Other 5 other people like kind of just did a half smirk, and then Tanner,
not me.
Tanner and Caleb instantly
I
died.
caught Caleb's like half smirk, and I just lost it laughing, and it was.
Everybody died for like 10 minutes, and it was one of the worst moments of my life because I bring it up literally every time I see them,
Well, we just bring it up every time you make a bad joke,
which is
and
literally
let you know that it's
every
not-
time I see them.
Hey, that's not our fault, man.
I think that story's great.
Thanks,
I love
man.
that.
It's
But
not-
like, think about it this way: it may not have been a source of laughter then, but it's such a big joke now. You technically made a great joke,
not on purpose.
not on purpose.
Yeah.
You've made yourself.
And we're not
All right, I
laughing
feel
with
better.
you. And we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you. But still,
the memer has become the meme in this situation.
That
You're
I
the
was gonna
meme.
say that makes me feel better, but no, not really. No.
So, talking about movie theaters and funny stuff, we go to the movies a lot with our friends, a big group. We usually take like 8 to 10 people and go see a new movie the night it
Something on
comes
premiere
out.
night. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we went to see Logan back in February when it came out.
Yep.
And our friend Tim is the first one to get there with me. Like we're all there at the same time, but everybody else is getting like concessions or going to the bathroom or stuff.
Right.
So me and Tim are like, we'll go get seats. So we walk up there. I sit on the end, and Tim's gonna go in and sit next to the dude, so we have enough seats. Well, Tim is not the kind of person to sit in awkward silence next to a stranger. He's gonna be like way too friendly. So he goes up to him and he says, "Hey man, come here often?" And much like the lady at Chick-fil-A, she stared directly into it.
Said nothing.
Yeah.
Said literally nothing.
This dude
I came
didn't
up
say
later
anything.
after I heard that story. You came down. I think I had gotten a drink, and I'm coming back up, and you're like, Tim just asked this guy if he comes here often. Like, why did he just do that?
And it's not like the guy didn't hear him and did like a
No.
smile and like when you don't hear someone, you're like, ha, and then you look away.
It got
No.
worse. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was sitting by Tim that night, and I was sitting right next to Tim and right next to that guy. Tim asked him like 4 more questions during the previews. I
Oh
couldn't
my
hear what the
gosh.
question was. The guy did not say anything the whole time to Tim.
You know what? That guy's just not friendly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Tim
Yeah.
is one of the friendliest people. Like, just have a conversation with him.
Gee, you come
Even
here.
if you come here often, but he just is like, bro, what?
You got another story for us, Tanner?
Why is it all on me?
You got your
I
last
guess-
one?
Yeah.
We'll go Tanner, Caleb, me.
I'm thinking, okay,
Yeah.
this one's super embarrassing, and I don't know if anybody knows this. So
I don't know the story, so I'm ready.
So okay,
I'm so excited because I'm his brother and I don't know this story.
it's just embarrassing. It's not like it never comes to a good conclusion. It's just me being an idiot. So in middle school, MySpace was the thing. That's how
Oh yeah.
MySpace was all the rage, and like all my friends were getting it. And the girl I had a crush on then, she had one, and my mom was like, "You can't have one. I know she has one, but you can't have one."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well, I can get around the rules if I make one, but it's not me."
Oh.
No,
This
you
sounds
still
like-
have a MySpace.
No,
Because it's not him.
Teddy
weren't you paying
Cordova
attention?
owned a MySpace.
Teddy Cordova.
That was your.
No.
Whose poor
name is
guy's pictures did you
Teddy
steal?
Cordova.
I don't know. I probably just Googled attractive male.
You're an attractive
You're an attractive male. So, yeah. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to befriend this girl and like try and like basically I catfished her.
I was gonna say this sounds like something that needs to be on MTV.
This is basically, but at the end, we ended up dating in real life, not Teddy Cordova and her, me and her.
Did she ever know that Teddy Cordova was you?
I think eventually I was like, no, oh, she knows. Never mind. She knew. Because at the end, I was like, Mom was like, I guess you can have a Facebook. And I just changed all of Teddy's information to mine.
Why?
I told you why. Because Mom said I couldn't have a MySpace. So I didn't. Teddy did.
Teddy had him. Okay.
So, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going to befriend her. I befriended like a bunch of random people I went to high school with. And then, like, that I would normally be friends with anyways.
Right.
And then added her and, like, messaged her. And, oh, my goodness.
What was your backstory? Do you have one?
I
Do you
don't remember.
No.
But that's what, like,
Was it like, I just moved here?
I just moved here. You're pretty cute. I don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was. If I could find my MySpace profile right now, I would burn it to the ground because it's terrible.
That's hilarious.
Isn't MySpace gone?
Yeah, it's still going, but I don't know my
Oh,
password.
it's
or-
going? I thought it was gone.
No, it's still there.
Oh.
Yeah, everything's there.
Yeah. So,
I just don't think anyone uses it anymore.
yeah. But it was, yeah. It was a really a dumb thing to do.
That's hilarious, though.
Yeah, because at the end I was just like,
You're gonna get
okay.
a call from Neve.
This sounds, yeah.
On
MTV.
Catfish.
This is gonna be
That
on
would be the
MTV.
most normal episode of Catfish ever, though.
Yeah, she knows about it, so I don't know why you.
Yeah, you're wasting your time here.
Mm-hmm.
But safe to say that relationship didn't last too long because
Started in deceit, ended in regret.
it ended in just like
Regret?
no, just it yielded. We just yielded dating. That's it. So
Okay, fair enough. I'll move on to my last story because I'm not proud of this moment. For my birthday one year, we went to. What are you doing? Sorry, he was making a weird face. Sorry. We went to Great Wolf Lodge, and
That was a good time.
Great Wolf Lodge is a fun place as a kid.
yeah, it's like this big hotel, and
And if you don't know what like a big hotel is, it's basically like Comic-Con, but you sleep there.
yeah, pretty much, pretty much. But they had this game that you could play, and like it was like
Magi Quest.
yes, it was called Magic
That's
Quest.
what it was.
And
Yep.
you bought your wand, and like there were interactive things around the hotel that you like waved your wand at, and like you had so many objectives to do.
Dude, honestly, if we could go back and do that game, I would be so much more athletically fit. Because it had you running up and down stairs, like finding different things on different levels of the
Yeah.
hotel.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think they should just like start selling that as like a workout. You know?
20 minutes of Magi Quest a day will have you with 6-pack abs.
Yeah, for real. But
But still with no girlfriend.
yeah.
Buy the holster and maybe.
But I had my wand, and Tanner was going with me because I was young then,
A young lad.
and but Tanner didn't have a wand because he was too old for that.
Yeah.
Nerd. Anyway, So,
I'm sorry.
Nerd, but he was the only one of us that didn't have a wand when we went there.
Yeah, it was everyone else, and I was just like,
No, I don't need one.
But yeah, we were
I want to do that.
You kept telling us to do stuff with him though.
yeah. Whenever we played that game.
What? The way you said that sounded so bad. It's like I told you guys to play the game.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me finish my story, y'all. Jeez. Anyway, so like you have to find clues, and I found the clue to this next stage, and
Did you ever beat the dragon?
no, I never did because I was awful at that game. But anyway, so it was I had to go wave my wand at this painting in the staircase,
I'm just thinking about how bad this is.
and so like we were a floor below where it was, and so we were like, oh, we'll just take the stairs. You know, I was super excited, and so I was like running towards it, and I guess Tanner couldn't keep up because he couldn't stop me. But there was a.
I would have just been like, no.
I was running up the stairs, and I see the door right next to the painting. I need to get open. And I see a girl with a wand come out, and I was like, no, it's like a little girl. She's like 4, I swear. And I was like, no way, she's getting it before me. And so I run up the stairs as fast as I can, and she's like pointing her wand, ready to go. And I jump in front of her, and I just pointed at it like, ha, got it. And then Tanner was like, seriously, Caleb, apologize. I was like, what? Because I guess in my mind, I didn't think it was bad.
In
He's
your
just
mind,
trying to complete the quest. It's not even bad, man. I remember 2 things from Great Wolf Lodge. One, there was a kid running around that had a wand holster and a cape. Definitely.
Every girl that was at the Great Wolf Lodge knew
That guy's name.
that was Sorcerer Cordova.
Teddy?
Teddy? Are you?
Oh.
And the second thing I remember from Great Wolf Lodge is the entire time we were there, Tanner had a competition of us trying to gain our man cards.
Oh my goodness. I forgot about that.
I lost all my man cards because I had to beat a little girl to the wand.
So
Because I was
he would dare us to do
the patriarch of the group. Yeah, and I can't remember what it was. It was usually dumb stuff.
You
It
got
was
like the
usually
little
very dumb.
sticky like notepad in the hotel and like wrote man card on it and like tore pieces off. Like, these are your man cards, bro.
Earn it this weekend, boys. Earn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that happened, I felt like literal human garbage. And I don't know why I ever did that. So
I don't know why anyone wouldn't do that. Because the game of Magi Quest is not to make friends. It's to win.
it's to
Just
win.
to beat the dragon and save the Great Wolf Lodge.
I never beat the dragon, but I did like beat the main part of that game while we were there. But like the
That game is like Skyrim but with more fetch quests. Everything is a fetch quest.
everything's a fetch quest. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lucas,
Oh, it's
take us
fine.
home, buddy.
Yeah. Well, there we have a little board of our awkward moments. Yeah, I don't like this one very much either. So basically, we were at my house. It was Caleb was there.
Ryan was there too.
He knows the story. Ryan was there. We're hanging out, being kids. We built an epic fort, with a lot of chairs.
Any chance this is the evening of the pretzel knot? Or is that a completely different evening?
That's
That's
completely
a
different
completely
evening.
different
Okay.
evening.
We'll talk about that next, though.
So we're up there playing fort. You know, we got our Nerf guns or whatever we have.
Just boys being dudes.
It was Saturday, so you know.
It was Saturday. You know what those are for, right?
Yeah.
Saturdays are for the boys.
We're up there playing fort. I was crushing on this girl at the time. Little did I know that her.
Please
what-
discuss your age, because it just sounds like
Okay.
we're like this is like last
we
week.
were very young.
I was crushing on this
was,
girl.
it was-
I'm 19. She's 20. It's cool.
we were playing fort.
We were playing fort. Me and Caleb yesterday. We were very young. Not as young as I'd like to be playing fort, but
We were like in the 5th grade.
yeah,
We're-
5th or 6th grade.
Yeah.
I'm not even
So
gonna lie.
about poop and pants era.
yeah.
Yeah, the poop and
little
pants
after
era.
that.
Yeah.
Little after that.
Yeah.
So we're up there playing fort. Little did I know that her and her entire family, they were friends with my family, had a connection there, and just did not know that they were coming over at all. So we're goofing around. We're upstairs. I hear the door open from downstairs. I'm usually pretty good at picking it up. So I'm like, okay, you guys get ready. We're going to ambush whoever this is coming up the stairs.
We definitely just thought it was like a brother or
So
something.
I thought it was going to be like one of my
your three
brothers, Anthony,
but-
or somebody. But they come up the stairs, and I don't see who it is. And I just yell at like the top of my lungs, "Halt! Who goes there?" She came up first.
And then her
My-
mom, her dad,
I'm
her
pretty sure-
sister.
Her
Literally,
third cousin, her
literally,
uncle, everyone.
The whole family comes upstairs. My brother comes upstairs, and my heart just like drops. Caleb's looking at me like, "Oh no! Why'd you do that? No!"
I remember
There's
what I
no
did.
going back, buddy.
I just saw who it was. And I was like, I'm getting underneath the.
Oh no! Yeah,
I like hid. I was like, I'm not here, bro.
we dropped everything that we had.
Wait, did she think he was alone at that point?
they
Because
could
you
have.
hid?
They
Oh
could
my
have.
goodness.
Thanks, man.
No, they
What's
knew.
up
They
with
knew.
that?
They knew Ryan was there.
Okay.
But I just like ducked my head beneath the.
You were like, "I'm cool." Get out.
You are
Worst moment.
That was so
you're a deserter,
funny.
dude.
It was so bad. So then they stay up there. It's like awkward for like a good minute or 2 minutes. They're just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." Just hanging out with my friends. As soon as they left, I was peeved. I was like, "We're never playing forever again."
That girl took your
All right,
childhood from
boys.
you.
All right, boys. We're playing some Halo. We are never, ever, ever playing Fort again. And I have not played.
honestly,
We never
Fort
did
since
that
then.
again.
Nope.
Honestly, if I could make an adult Fort right now, I would. I don't care. But that's because I never had
Now.
a cringy moment where I told a girl that I was crushing on Halt who goes there.
It was bad.
I feel like if I could have been a fly on the wall, that would have been a hilarious thing. That's like the Christmas Carol when it's Christmas past, present, and future. They took you back to that moment in your past,
Oh
and,
my
and the
gosh.
ghost of Lucas past just
Hey.
laughs at you and says, "What, bro?"
The ghost of cringe past.
Bro, why?
The ghost of cringe
It's Captain
past.
Cringe.
Dun, dun, dun. Who goes there?
Ghost of
Yeah.
cringe present would bring you to Christopher Columbo. Ghost of cringe future would. We don't know.
We don't know. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Ghost of Cringe Present would have brought me to the last podcast that we did.
Yes.
That far back?
Tanner mentioned a pretzel knot, and that was cringy on
On
all of our parts.
not mine.
Dude, I swear you were in that.
No. So we were hanging out at Lucas's house. I was hanging out with his older brother.
It was
'cause
like
we're
the first one of
friends.
the first times you came over. I'm pretty.
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So Caleb, Lucas, and Ryan are there, and they're wrestling. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna jump in this.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is getting a little weird.
We're just wrestling, man.
Just wrestling. But then your brother Alex, he's the one that came up with it, right?
Yeah, he is. He's the one that said it.
Yeah.
Because he just looks at you guys wrestling, and you've all got each other in like this human centipede type hold.
Whoa, dude, come on. That's not what it was.
It was not that.
It was.
We were like all holding each other's arms and legs down or something. It wasn't that weird.
Yeah.
It really.
You made like a triangle of.
Just tell them
I
what they
don't-
said, man. I'm so embarrassed of this.
Then Alex was like, "What is this? Some sort of gay pretzel knot?" And that's what it was.
You died for like a good 10 minutes after that. I remember
yeah.
that.
Was that the time that Ryan broke his arm?
No,
No,
that
that
was
was at
that
your
was, that was
house.
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was on me.
Oh, you
right?
mean he fell down the stairs, right?
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
he fell down the
That
stairs.
was the stories. Mhm.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you-
Amy, he fell down the stairs.
We all didn't sit on him or anything.
Oh, okay. Well,
She doesn't listen to this. It's fine.
that was so painful to do.
Your mom does, though.
Does she?
She says she listens every once in a while. She says they're too long.
She won't
Guess
get
what,
this
Mom?
far. Yeah.
Podcasts are long.
39 minutes in, she won't get here.
Yeah.
And if she does, well, sorry, y'all.
Congrats, Mom.
You guys are grounded.
Well, this was very painful for us, and I don't want to do this ever again.
I'm sure we'll make more
It's going to be cringe
cringy
revisited.
memories. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that part of the show today, because we didn't.
I did. I was funny.
I mean, we've had okay. Anyway.
I think I was born without the ability to feel shame.
I wish that was me, man.
Hey, Sure.
Because
bro.
I mean,
I did feel shameful about pooping my pants, but then I remembered that I pooped on someone's shoe, so I don't even care anymore.
You're not alone, man. It's okay.
in pooping in shoes.
No,
Or
I didn't
just-
poop on
just
any
in,
shoes.
In being in shame.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's just do a quick little update on what we've been doing lately, what we've been watching, shows, games, stuff like that, movies. So Tanner, you got something for us?
Yeah, I just finished up watching The Flash TV show, the third season.
Did we
Spoiler
talk
alert.
about that being an overrated show? Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Well,
But-
it wasn't an overrated show. It was one of our favorites. It was
it was
my
one of
fav-
your
Oh,
favorites.
it's your favorite.
Yeah, we
right,
didn't
right,
say
right.
it
right.
was
and then
overrated.
we
Okay.
were like, it's kind of, you got to get past the cheese and the corniness, especially the sing along not the sing along episode, but the
Excuse
musical.
me, what?
There's a musical
Yeah,
episode.
there's a musical episode. Because there's a villain called the Music Meister.
Is this a joke?
No,
It's not a joke?
It's
have you ever
actually-
seen Glee?
Good show.
No.
Okay, well, there's a lot of characters from Glee are singing
Huh.
on that episode.
Good episode. There's only three
Probably
characters from
still
Glee.
better than this recent
It's only like a bunch of characters.
episode of Air I watched.
3
but
is
it's
a
fine.
lot. But yeah, I finished watching that season. It was really not bad. I was surprised.
I enjoyed it.
I liked
Good
it a lot.
season.
Still only on like episode 2 of season 1, so sorry about that.
Chump.
I've been watching Arrow though, which is sad because they just had a big like group episode of like 3 different TV shows, and I could not follow along. I should have just skipped that episode because
You should have just watched the other episodes of the other shows, and you'd have been fine.
yeah, but they're in like the next season of those shows, and I'm not caught up on
It
those shows.
doesn't
Like I don't
matter.
watch Legends of Tomorrow. I don't watch The Flash.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
though.
This crossover episode you just watched.
I don't watch Supergirl.
You can just go and watch those
I
episodes.
only watch Arrow.
You don't need. You could just watch those episodes, and it would have been fine.
You're
I
not
think you're
gonna
wrong
be
about that.
lost because they introduce those characters in all the other shows all the time.
Yeah.
All
But-
right, fine. Okay.
Another DC related thing, we saw Wonder Woman recently.
Yes, we did.
10 out of 10, great movie.
Only love
Best DC movie, just like we called it.
can save
Yeah.
the world.
It was definitely cheesy.
I saw it again yesterday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were wrong
Yeah.
about that.
I've seen it twice. I've seen it twice as well. 'Cause
I've only seen it the one
honestly,
time that we did.
it's my favorite movie this year so far.
Really?
More than Logan?
A lot more than Logan. You know I don't
What are you
like
talking
Logan,
about, man?
I know. I was just wanted to make it a meme.
But it barely edges out Guardians of the Galaxy for me.
I was gonna say there's been like some pretty good movies. But you said Guardians of the Galaxy was like 10 out of 10 perfect. Like that was your favorite movie.
Yeah, but that was before I saw Wonder Woman.
Dang, okay.
And I love DC. I know, like, that's what I know. That's what I read every week is DC Comics. And so for them to finally make a good movie and one that it wasn't
It's not bad.
it wasn't just terrible.
Justice League looks okay.
It does look good. I'm worried because it's Zack Snyder, but
But don't
Could
they
be
have
good.
somebody else finishing it up because he's busy with
Yeah,
some
Joss
family
Whedon.
stuff? Yeah. Yeah.
But-
See, that could be. I don't think
He
he's
did the
gonna be able to
Avengers,
like
so-
change the entire movie, but
he could make it more
make it better.
coherent.
Yeah, he could make it. Yeah.
But I'm thinking I loved Wonder Woman, so it's cheesy, but in the right ways because comics are cheesy.
Yeah.
So and
It's like Power Rangers.
and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly like
Yeah.
Power Rangers, except
okay with it
less
being
campy.
cheesy. Well, I think Wonder Woman, like Batman's more of like a dark, gritty story. They've kind of made Superman more of a dark, gritty story.
Even
I think
though
this was
Superman
more.
never was. Superman's supposed
Superman-
to be full of hope,
Yeah,
and they've ruined it.
a little bit.
Now they made like Wonder Woman that like she's like the one that's
She's-
like
She's,
full
yeah,
of hope.
she's
she-
what
she's
Superman should have
definitely-
been,
Yeah. Ho ho.
and that's why I guess I liked it.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been watching Gotham on Netflix. I'm on season 2. And
I'm
that-
sorry.
It's not.
Once you get past the fact that it's like Batman's never going to show up and he's a child and it's like before anything interesting happens, then
This
yeah.
new season that's coming out.
3 or the
4.
One that you're on,
They
4?
just finished 3. The new season that's coming out, season 4. It's supposed to be like Bruce Wayne actually training with like League of Assassin people, I guess. I don't know. Like look like those types. But anyway, he's still a kid, so it doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
But it's not really accurate to anything that
at all.
that's in the comics at all.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a,
why if
it's a
you-
good cop show.
If you suspend
Hmm.
that and be like, oh, this is kind of Batman, but not
It's like
at
a
all.
good DC cop show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good cop show, and it's like they have these people like
It's like,
they're
oh, there's some
Well-
characters from the DC universe, but don't have anything to do with anything.
But all the timing is wrong, and it just upsets me.
Yeah, I just finished the Mr. Freeze episode, the Mr. Freeze story arc, and you know, in the comics, he's like his wife Nora is frozen. That's why he's doing all this stuff. He's trying to cure her.
Yeah.
Right.
But in Gotham, she just died. Like, so that didn't make sense to me
What is his motivation
for
now?
doing it now. I was like, I don't know, but that was stupid. Anyway, that was dumb. But I'm enjoying the show so far. I like it. As long whenever you get past the fact, it's like it's not accurate to comic books whatsoever. Alfred's really cool in the show, though. Alfred's like my favorite character in that show
Hmm.
because he's like an old war vet and he like beats people up all the time. It's cool.
I've watched one more season of that than I'd like to admit.
You watched one?
Yeah, one.
I watched a couple episodes.
It's just the Penguin is just like one of the goofiest,
It is pretty cringy.
poorly done.
Hey, it's perfect for the
characters.
cringe episode.
Yeah.
Rejected.
Okay.
What about you, Lucas?
Yeah, what about you? What have you been up to?
I've been watching season 5 of Arrow because they just added it, or is it season 6? It's season 5. Season 5 of Arrow on Netflix. Trying to catch up with that.
Netflix hit us up with that sponsor money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good service. I really dig it.
Stop! They're not actually sponsoring us. Don't
But they could if I mean, no, I don't.
stop.
I'll email them a link.
I've just been trying to catch up
Skip
on
to
that.
4630.
So I've just been watching that. I like how it's changed now again. He's back to murdering people, which makes me happy because
psychopath.
no, it's just I didn't like season 3 and season 4. They were like, no, we gotta stop killing people because we gotta do the right thing, but it literally did nothing. Like my favorite probably comic book character is the Punisher, and he just straight up like murders people. Gets rid
Yeah,
of criminals,
that's
just murders people.
That's his gimmick.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay with Green Arrow doing that.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's too much of a social justice warrior. in
it's
my
very
opinion.
true. There was a whole gun control episode that, as a gun person, I was not a fan of.
It just wasn't needed.
It was too politically overcharged. Like, okay, you can talk about it for a second, but it was literally the whole episode.
What was in the episode like called gun control? Pretty sure it's called that.
It was called something.
Something. It was weird.
Something related to that.
Called
Anyway.
something.
Bottom
Yeah,
line is,
that's what it's called.
That's what it was called. It was something to having to do with gun control, and they're asking the questions like throughout the entire episode and like trying to have a debate about it. And you're a superhero that kills people with arrows, and
bottom line is like it just wasn't necessary. In the
it was
show.
not necessary.
It's like, hey, let's make a political statement. But
Yeah.
Especially from a character that kills people. So
Yes.
yeah. In our video game episode, we talked about games we were excited for, and we talked about Injustice 2,
Yes.
and we all three have it, and we've played it, and we all love it, right?
yes, I love it. It just frustrates me, but that's all fighting
Yeah.
games.
Every fighting game that I've enjoyed has made me mad, so
I
I
think
love that game.
I'd agree. It's looks good. The story was good. It plays good. I don't know. It's like
Gear system, great. I love it.
gear system is probably the best part of that game. Like if that game didn't have the gear system, probably would have been really boring and not worth $60 at all.
I agree.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. No random news this week. Sorry, guys. We just forgot. There's no good excuse. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. By a lot of fun, I mean not fun at all. This is Bedroom Sessions. I'm Caleb. We'll see you next time.
Ayo, Lucas.
This is the amazing Spider-Ham Tanner signing off.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Adios.
Gifted